Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. God has spoken, so let the church say amen. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. Y'all know why brother over here singing church songs is because one of my favorite church dramas is back. I'm talking about Greenleaf on OWN. This is the 5th season. This is episode 1. This is actually the final season. Isn't that sad? I love this show. Why is this the final season, y'all? This is the final season. I don't know. I don't know why this is the final season. Maybe the creator of the show said he didn't want to go further. I don't know. But I hate to see it go, but we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on what a great show it is, and we still got this final season to get through and to review. And you know, I love this show. I love reviewing it. And there's a room I heard that y'all like to hear me review this show. So y'all going to show me some love by hitting that like button down there and commenting down in the comment sections about Greenleaf. All right, so let's get right into it. Checking my notes here, because, All right, so we know there's no more Calvary, man. It's done. And the bishop had to sit there like a G. He sat there. He went to the church like a G and sat in there and just reminisced a little bit. Then he was standing outside with Grace and watching him just throw his stuff out. That was kind of the way they were doing it. It was almost like with an attitude, like throwing his things in the dumpster, the pictures and stuff. And then to add insult to injury, y'all want to have a Harmony and Hope broadcast that's going to be played all over your little website. Oh, here we are, Harmony and Hope. We're about to take over this church, and you see they're getting ready to get rid of it and all this other stuff. They did all that right in front of him. And I'm with Grace. Grace asked him, how could you just sit here and watch all of this? And, he says, it's better to be there when something passes away. He gave, so deep, it's better to be there when something passes away. But then I think when he saw them throw the old rugged cross up in the moving truck, that kind of got to him. He was like, look how they just manhandled that cross. They just tossed it in there like the bishop was looking at him like, y'all going to hell throwing the cross up in here like this. What's wrong with y'all? So, yeah, that was a good scene. I'm like, dag, they really lost the church. I'm like, dag, I was expecting some miracle or whatever, but Calvary is no more. That's what it's turning out to. Meanwhile, Lady May is at home fasting and praying. And here comes Lady Benedict Arnold, poor Charity case. And that's what, Lady May called her, Benedict Arnold, because, she done sold her soul. She give anything so she could be the associate pastor. But now it doesn't feel so good because your family's not really feeling you. Nobody's really dealing with you. And now here you are on your first day. Now you got to go on over to Calvary, a.k.a. Harmony and Hope, and smooth things over with the usher board. Not the usher board, with the deacon board and the deaconesses and the board members and explain what's going on here. So Phil approaches her because, and he's telling her, I hope I have you. We're on the same page. And she's like, can I be frank? And she goes through this whole thing about, I don't feel sorry for her because this is what happens when you're a snake. This is what happens when you're a snake. You see? You come on, your strength was singing, but no, you want to be associate pastor. You do your family like this. You do your sister like this. So what happened? She's still hurting because he dumped her for his career. So she's like, listen, I'm going to ride this thing out because I'm finally getting to be associate pastor. They get in there. They're in the boardroom. She kind of makes sure she gets her voice heard because she wants to get into the, capture the heart of the women and tell them, on certain Sundays, I'll be in here giving you the word. And, he's looking like, so will I. But she did that, and she basically did that to, just to be safe and say, listen, I'm going to make my spot right here known because you played me because you're not marrying me and you're dealing with this white girl here. So she said, until the full takeover and she come in here, I'm going to be that voice and I'm going to do the preaching and this, that, and third. And like I said, I don't feel sorry for her. She's in there crying. Her assistant told her he's going to quit. She cried about that. Sorry, Charity, I don't care. You know. Also in the episode, while I'm on Charity, let me just get her out the way. She's telling Phil how her family hates her and all these things, and she sacrificed so much. You should have thought about that. Nobody cares. I don't care. You should have thought about that. Then she goes to his apartment and she gives him the ring back. And I understand that, giving him the ring back. And she's like, you hurt me. Look what you did. Now, he had a nice place. You know, my mind always goes different places because I'm in the process of redoing this apartment, painting, new furniture, whatever. So when I saw that glass and those steps without the banister, this has steps without the banister in Phil's apartment, I was like, I like that. I want that. But I got kids, and I'm like, I don't know if I could be going up and down those stairs that don't have a banister, but it would look fancy. I was like, I like that. Anyway, back to the story. You know, y'all know how I do. Phil pretty much tells her, listen, Whitmore told me I had to do this in order to get this position, and, you know, I had to do this. So she's like, so basically, you couldn't pass this up, but you can pass me up. Pretty much, Charity. He claims he loves her. Listen, I don't believe that because I know for me, I'm going to take me, because, you know, I always insert myself in situations. If I'm really feeling this woman, listen, I'm going to go with love. That's me. I'm going to go with love. I'm not going to put my career over love. But, you know, I'm not buying that he really loved her like that. I don't know. But maybe Phil did. I don't know. But Charity, I don't care. I really don't care. Like that, I'm not really caring about that. Listen, you shouldn't have did that to your family, so I don't really feel sorry for you. So moving right along from her, she's hurt. She gave the ring back. Let's move on to, who we going to move on to? Let's move on to the teenage. See, I'm going in my order. I'm not going in order of the episode. I'm going in my order of things that stuck out. Let's move on to the teenagers and their little teenage love drama and all this other stuff. I don't really care. You know, the Sophia's now dating the basketball player that was dating her cousin's friend. That's tacky. But they young folks and all that. But what really stuck out to me was when she went over there to visit him, and the ex-girlfriend is in the house. And he's like standing at the door, and he's like, oh yeah, we wanted to work things out, and we said we could work this out, and you know, I hope you understand. No, I don't understand. If that was me, I'm like, nah, I don't understand. All of this, working it out, and I got to come back later, but I'm the current one in the situation. That's all stupid to me. I would leave dude alone. That she should leave dude alone. That's what I think. Because I'm telling you that sounds complicated. If I was her father, I'd tell her, Sophia, leave this dude alone. It's just too much. And plus, it's a strain on her relationship with her cousin. It's just all too much for me. Too much. All right, we got them out of the way. Let's move on to Clarissa, Little Miss Chlamydia, and her husband. So now she really irks my nerves too, because she has found this will. Well, actually, Fernando gave her the will and gave her chlamydia too. But he gave her this will, and he's showing her how he's telling her that they did something dirty to get this house. So she's telling her husband, listen, you better do right by me and make this an awesome, set me up real good when we divorce. I want all these great things done, or I'm spilling the beans. Now, this was a funny scene because he said, who gave you this? He said, did Fernando give you this? Oh, so he's giving out wills and chlamydia. I thought that was hilarious. That's something I would say because I'm petty like that. I would have said the same thing. And she had the nerve to say, can we keep it down about my health? No, we can't, because I'm petty and you're my wife and you got chlamydia and you cheated on me. I mean, he cheated on her too. But still, I would have said the same. I would have been making, every time I saw her, I would have been making chlamydia jokes that call me immature, whatever, judge me, whatever. But I thought that scene was funny. So he takes it to the lawyer, and the lawyer tells him, well, you may be able, this might stick, but you need to find the original will. So now he decides to call up his ex-mistress, and he goes over there to pay her a visit. I'm not really familiar with her, because maybe that must be from seasons when I didn't really watch the show, but apparently this is somebody he used to slip and slide with. He go over there, and she's giving him the ultimate cold shoulder, like she's a little upset. She has a little cute little child with her, and he's like, oh, you have a child now? And he's asking all this information. And at first she was acting funny towards him. Then she tells him, oh, well, there is a storage bin that has some information you can get. Probably he had a storage bin. I'll give you that information. You can go over there. Then he asked her, I thought this was funny too. He said, is that, kind of saying, is that child his? Because, he used to dibble and dabble with her. She said, no, she's not yours. If it was yours, I wouldn't have kept it. Damn, that was cold. I said, damn, that was cold. What you did to her, bro? You really hurt her. So he ended up apologizing to her, saying, he wished that things were different. He's sorry how that situation went. I was like, okay, well, at least he apologized to you. And he got that information. Now he's going to go look for this information on this will, because Clarissa thinks she's got the upper hand right about now. And like I said, I'm not really feeling her with that. And my thing is, get out of that house, divorce, do all that. But this whole blackmail thing, all that is not cool. And that's definitely going to backfire. I can tell that's going to backfire on her. Then she had the nerve when she was talking to him to say, well, I already spoke to my lawyer, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, okay. She was like, do you want to get your lawyer? He said, listen, we don't need all that. One lawyer, draft up what you want. He's sick of you. One lawyer, draft up what you want, okay? Because ain't nobody got time for all this foolishness. And I totally get him and totally understand all of that. We move on from them. We get all that done. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the nitty of the gritty. AJ and Grace. Now, the lawyer comes and tells them that they found a suspect in those pharmacy robberies, and it turns out it was the young man who Grace saw when she was visiting her sister's grave, who just wandered out of, he just came out of thin air, and kind of looks like AJ. He has the same dreads, kind of looks like AJ. And she sees the picture and she's looking, and they're like, yeah, it was him, and unfortunately, he was killed in a shootout, but, they were able to tie this to him. And they're like, AJ's looking all sad. She's looking sad because she's like, I saw this guy before. AJ is feeling guilty because he knows that he did these things. He's like, I did this. I did these things, and now it's going to catch up to me. But this was all suspicious, because I know a lot of you in the comment section last season, you were saying that you think that the other guy who was at the gravesite is the real AJ, and this AJ is an imposter. That's what you would say. There's something up with that. They know each other or something. There is something up with that, and we'll find out later on, I guess. But AJ was real solemn and sad. I mean, dude, you're about to get your way. You're about to, hey, listen. But he was all lurking, sad. And, so that I thought was very interesting. So Grace is very curious about this man, because she's certain that she's like, that's the same guy I saw. So she goes to Darius. She gives him a surprise visit, and she asks for his help. And he said he's going to help, and he's going to dig up this information for her. Now, he ends up calling her later on to tell her that he has some other information for her. And that information is that he knows why Whitmore is there. So old Whitmore there's a reason why he's doing all this stuff. Turns out Whitmore is running for senator, and he looks good. He's going to be a Republican senator, and he's he's running for that, and it looks good for him to have this multiracial church. So that's why he came down on over there and is taking over these things, because it looks good, So he's like, religion and politics. Voters love that. Oh, he loves the Lord. He's a good man, and he's not racist, because see, he has this united front church. So wow, we are learning all that. So I'm like, aha, that's what's going on. So he tells Grace of that information. And we also find out, we see that Bishop and some of the ladies are upset because they're like, what's going on? We can't be worshiping in no gym. I don't like this idea. And the light goes off in the bishop's head. The light goes off in his head, and the bishop is like, you know what? I'm going to start another church. I'm going to start my own church. We're going to start again. We're going to do this. And he asks Lady May to marry him, and they call everybody together. So everybody, just this last minute thing, we're gonna get married. We're gonna do it. Make sure everybody can see this. He's telling his grandchildren, put that up. They've got their phone. Make sure you record it. This, that, and the third. So now Grace is like, okay, we going to this wedding, whatever. Let me get my son. Let me get AJ. They can't find AJ. She goes into the room. And she knocks on the door. No answer. She knocks on the other door. She opens the door, and sadly, there's AJ. Sadly, he done slit his wrist. He's down there bleeding. It looks like AJ has committed suicide. I was like, damn, that was so sad. I guess he's riddled with guilt. Basically because he did those things. And now here, this young man is dead, and this young man is going to take the rap for it. And I guess that didn't sit well with him. So it looks like he committed suicide. And that was just such a sad scene. I'm like, damn, Grace just can't catch a break sometime. When I wasn't expecting that. When I saw that, well, I thought he was just going to run away. Because remember, he kind of packed his bags. I thought he was just going to run away or something, to take some money or something and run away. But there's more to this story. I cannot wait till next week to see what happens, because there's more to this story. There's something else. There's more to this. There's something else going on here. We got to figure out who that guy is. The guy who went to the grave site. That we got to figure out who he is. What's the connection between him and AJ? And we got to figure. Yeah. And I really hope AJ isn't dead. But from what I saw, I think he is. I think he's dead, which is sad. Poor Grace. And that was pretty much it for this episode. A really good, strong season premiere, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this season, man. I'm looking forward to the rest of this season. That's all I got. If there's something I missed or you think I overlooked or your take on things, let me know down below in the comment section. Again, like I said, it is great to be back on here talking about this show, Greenleaf. And yeah, man, I'll see you next week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Let's just have a good time on here. I will see you in the next video. You all be blessed. I am out.